If you think you have loyalty because your clients are locked into a long-term contracts, you don't have loyalty. You've got. Have you ever noticed how a lot of MSPs love to say they've got loyal clients? They'll say, yeah, most of my clients have been with us for years. We've got them on 3-year contracts. But let's be honest. If the only reason your client stays is because of a contract, that's not loyalty. That's captivity. A long contract might look good on paper, but it can make you lazy in practice. It tricks you into thinking the relationship is safe when really it's just contained. And when clients feel trapped, they don't stay happy. They stay quiet until they don't. Here's a kicker. The people actually buying MSPs like Evergreen see right through that. They don't buy contracts, they buy health. Look at Evergreen's own acquisition criteria. Contracts aren't even on the list. They care about other things like EBITDA. They want to know if you're actually profitable. They look at recurring revenue. They want to make sure that at least 50% comes from managed services. They want to check on retention, 85% for customers and 90% for revenue retention. They look at growth consistently year over year. Are you expanding? And they look at client diversity. They don't want any single client controlling all of your revenue. Nowhere in this list does it say 3-year contracts because real business value doesn't come from locking people in. It comes from building something people don't want to leave. If you think you have loyalty because your clients are locked into a long-term contracts, you don't have loyalty. You've got them in contract prison. And that's the truth most MSP owners don't want to face. You can't measure trust by term length. You measure by freedom of choice. That's what leads us into the next part, how to actually build the kind of relationship clients choose to stay in. See, at our MSP, we don't do long-term contracts. We just ask for a 90-day intent to cancel. And there are 2 reasons for that. First, it gives us runway to offboard smoothly. And second, and most importantly, it protects the relationship. We want our clients, even the ones leaving, to walk away with a positive experience. No drama, no bitterness, just professionalism and respect. Because when someone leaves your MSP pissed off, that says more about your maturity than theirs. We'd rather part ways on good terms than trap someone who doesn't want to be here. That's how you protect your reputation and keep your name strong in the community. And here's the thing. We don't have retention issues. Our clients have stayed with us for years, some for over 7. Now that's hard-earned loyalty. That mindset forces us to stay sharp, stay connected, and stay human. We're not waiting for renewal season to prove our worth. We're proving it every single month through results, responsiveness, and reliability. That's what I call keeping a pulse on your clients. It means you're in tune with how they feel, what they want, and how they measure your value in real time, not every few months. Now let's talk about QBRs, because this one needs to die off. If you're still running quarterly business reviews, you're already behind. QBRs aren't proactive, they are reactive. By the time you sit down to discuss what's happened over the last 90 days, most of those issues have already done their damage. At a minimum, you should be doing MBRs or monthly business reviews. But honestly, the strongest MSPs don't even wait for those. They communicate as things happen in real time. If something needs to be discussed, do it then. Don't wait for the next quarter. That's not strategy, that's delay. Real loyalty comes from responsiveness, not routine. QBRs became popular because they made us feel organized. But what they really did was give us permission to ignore the relationship between meetings. You can't say you're client focused if you only talk to your clients a couple times a year. That's not relationship management. That's relationship neglect. Here's something to think about. You know how you feel when a vendor locks you into some long-term contract? They wine and dine you, sell you the dream, and the minute you sign, the energy completely shifts. Support slows down and communication, it all but dissolves. And do you realize they didn't win you over, they trapped you? Now flip that perspective. That's exactly how your clients feel when you do the same thing to them. If you hate being treated that way by a vendor, why would you do it to people trusting you with their business? Happy clients don't feel forced to stay. They stay because they want to. And when they leave, Yeah, it stings. Forcing them to stay doesn't fix the problem. Don't be that MSP that says, well, your contract's not up for another 2 years. That doesn't make you look professional. It makes you look defensive. You're not just losing a client, you're literally burning a bridge. Because when a client wants to leave, that's not the start of the issue, it's the evidence of one. And you missed the signals. You aren't close enough to catch the warning signs. And now, not only are they leaving, but they'll probably tell every peer they know that you held them hostage in the contract. That's how reputations die quietly in the background, one frustrated client at a time. Real loyalty isn't about contracts, it's about connections. It's earned by showing up, by being proactive, and by caring enough to communicate before there's an issue. When a client feels heard, protected, and prioritized, they'll stay with you even when the competition comes knocking. That's the difference between retention and respect. One's transactional, the other is relational. And it's the relational one that builds real valuation. Here's how you build real loyalty. Stop hiding behind contracts. You need to earn your clients every month, and they'll respect you more for it. Replace your QBRs with consistent conversation. Communication should be constant, not quarterly. Measure sentiment, not just SLA compliance. Loyalty lives in how your clients feel about you, not what your ticket metrics say. And last, let clients leave with dignity. The way you handle a departure says more about your culture than your sales pitch. Contracts might keep clients on your books, but communication keeps them in your corner. If you think loyalty is about locking clients down, you've already lost it, because the best clients don't stay because they have to. They stay because they want to. If this hits home, share it with another MSP owner who might be hiding behind long-term contracts. And if you want to build a business that earns loyalty through trust, not terms, grab a copy of The High Performance MSP or Profit by Time, which is currently both on Amazon. Because loyalty isn't something you sign, it's something you show.